Hey, my beautifuls. I hope that you're good. I'm speaking to you like I'm speaking to my younger self. I'm speaking to you like I'm speaking to that teenager that was longing for love, longing for someone to share life with at the age of 13. Can you imagine that? And I only got out of that mindset and that cycle last year, 2023. I thought I was out. I really did. And life gave me another shake. And I realized I was not out. But in this video, I'm going to teach you how to become aware of yourself so that one, you are not taken advantage of. And two, you can have more healthier, valuable, long-lasting, meaningful relationships, whether that's friendships or romance. Whew. Here we go. I don't know about you, but I have a past record of finding myself in relationships, in friendships, where I become very codependent. This isn't my past. It is not me now, praise mighty God. But I became very codependent on particular people who were in my life. And last year, I learned about detachment. I'm not sure what I was watching or how I came onto the knowledge of detachment, excuse me. I'm not sure how I came to the knowledge and the awareness of detachment, but praise God, I did. And I had to practice, which was so hurtful, so difficult, how to become detached from someone that I had clung to for such a long time. And what that brought me to a space of where I had to step back intentionally, daily, stepping back from this person, pulling back my awareness, pulling back my attention, pulling back my energy from this person and turning it within and finding out, what is this about? Where is this coming from? And going to therapy and things like that, I found out it has a lot to do with my trauma and my past, and diving into that. I got therapy, yes. I'm still in therapy, yes. And one thing I found that stepping back and detaching, especially detaching, when you are attached and codependent on someone, you are more prone to being hurt or violated, taken advantage of, especially when this person knows that no matter what they do, you're going to be right there holding on to them. Especially when this person knows that nothing they can do can ever stop you from being there with them. As I went through this stage of detaching, how painful that was. But when I came out on the other end, how healthy and helpful that was to me. And I'm going to give you the points of what detaching helped me do. If you want to detach from someone, it's going to take a daily thing. Daily waking up, daily staying away, daily withholding your emotions, daily withholding your mind, and intentionally doing it no matter how painful it is, right? Because this person has become your drug. They've become your drug. If you want a deeper video about detaching, please let me know and I'll go into this. But here's the points that I got from when I actually detach, what I've learned. Allow me to become more aware of who I am. Bear in mind that from the age of 13, I've been looking for love. From the age of 16, I've been in serious relationships. So at this big age of 33, it's the first time that I'm stepping back from relationships, stepping back from people, the judgment of people, the idea of what people want me to be and who they expect me to be. And I've come to a place where I'm so isolated that I'm realizing that I have no clue who I am. Who I am is who people have told me I am. And I don't know who I am outside of marriage, outside of children, outside of me, outside of the criticism of religion, of people, of society, of parents. All these voices in my head. And for the first time, I've stepped back and be like, who are you? Who are you? And to come to that was a hard thing. But here's what it brought me to. It brought me to realize who I am. It brought me to come to a place where I'm getting to learn you, and I'm getting to know you, and I'm getting to understand you, and I'm getting to truly like you for who you are outside of what people have placed on you. And so now I'm in a place of I can see people projections and their ideas of who they want me to be. And I'm okay with seeing it, but I don't accept it for myself. I'm learning to be me. I'm learning to not people please for the first time in my life. I'm learning to not be codependent on anyone and to leech onto anyone for my survival. And all these are trauma response. And obviously I had to do the work. But it's making me learn who I truly am and walk in who I truly am without really truly caring about what people think about me. I see you, I hear you, but at the end of the day, I'm going to choose me and what I want to do. It also got me a place where I am very comfortable in saying, hey, this is what I need and this is what I expect. I'm very comfortable in knowing and hearing no and realizing, oh, this person isn't for me and I am not for them, and that's okay, right? I'm comfortable in stating what the relationship is, whether we're just friends who enjoy each other company or we're just friends who see each other every now and then. We're colleagues, we're old school, high school, peers. Stating it exactly as it is and not expecting too much from someone who's not in my life like that. To a place where I was so emotionally aware, intelligently aware, and independently aware that I no longer lost myself in other people. So I can see someone doing something that I am not for, and I be like, oh, that's not about me. That's a them thing. And they're in my life for this reason, right? And accept what it is. That before I couldn't survive. My mind will be everywhere, before I will lose days because of one thing someone will do. I would lose days of my life where now I can see that you've done that and it's great. It has nothing to do with me because I've already placed you in the category that you are in my life, and you're not in a category that's going to affect me like that. So have you been placing the wrong people in the wrong category? Do you need to look at your friends, your relationship, and sort them accordingly? Feel that there's people in my life where they realize I'm not reacting to certain things that I usually would react and lose my shit over, and they're probably confused. But I'm not confused. I see you, I accept you for who you are, and I put you in the right category. So you don't have no hold over me at all. I'm good. Self-awareness increased as my intelligence increased about who I am. As I started working on myself, here's what happened. My codependency to others went from 0 to nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am codependent on no one, and I like it that way, including my self-worth. My self-worth for myself, my self-worth in what I'm accepting for others, what I'm even accepting for myself increased, right? And so the more you become aware of yourself, the more you detach, the more you become aware of who you are and your traumas, and you're working on it, the more all these things, the self-love, the self-worth, the self-awareness, the self-acceptance, the boundaries, they're going to increase. And you're going to become healthier as a person. And you're going to have healthier relationships. But one thing that really kicked me in the face is understanding that no one is responsible for my happiness. No one is responsible for my peace. No one is responsible for my joy. Those are my responsibilities. And all along, all these years, I've been given the responsibilities over to someone, which is so sad because they have their own issues and their own problems and their own life to figure out. And now I've given you all my issues, all my problems, and say, hey, make me happy. And if you do this and you do that, it won't make me happy. And it will get me upset for days upon days. Why should someone have so much control over you? Take your power back. Take your power back. And realize that you are in control of your happiness. Do what you love to do. Do what you want to do. Wake up and be like, hey, what's going to make me happy today? Who's going to be the one that's going to make me happy? Them or me? And you either going to wait around for someone to say something nice to you or do something nice for you, or you're going to get up and you're going to say something nice to yourself and do something nice for yourself. It's all up to you. First thing that I can imagine is that I put everything in one person. I've done this before my marriage. I've done it in my marriage. I put everything in one person and say, hey, it's your responsibility. Make me laugh today. If you don't make me laugh today, if you don't make me happy today, I'm going to be upset for days. So sad. So sad. But the fact that you are here and you're becoming aware of that tells me that you're going to work on it and you're going to do better. I spoke about being criticized in one of my videos all my life, from parenting, from my mother, to school, to church, to relationships. And one thing I heard someone say, if you do not know who you are, guess what? Everyone's going to tell you and create a version of who you are. And that was me, 33, realizing I absolutely do not know who I am. Who I am is what everyone else told me to be. And now I've got to unlearn, become aware, and relearn who I am. And now people are looking at me like I'm mad because I'm being myself for the first time in my whole entire life. I'm choosing to be me. Unapologetically choosing to be me. The more you learn and the more you become yourself, the less you will be anxious in relationships, because you're going to be so self-aware, so self-confident, so sure of who you are and your values that you will know who to choose and what category or what role to put these people in. And you'll be so sure of who you are and secure in yourself that you will know that you've chosen well for yourself. Something I've never experienced till recently, where I'm eventually or finally seeing people for who they are and realizing, hey, that's not healthy for me. Maybe that will be healthy for someone else, right? That's what you do. Okay, that's not for me. Maybe that will be suitable for someone else, just not for me. And as soon as I become aware of myself, what I want, what I don't want, what I expect, what I don't expect, the easier it is for me to see someone be who they are, accept them for who they are, and know that that person isn't for me, and that's absolutely fine. Now, I am not choosing out of emotion. I am choosing out of true evaluation of who this person is. Logically realizing whether this person is for me. Do we have the same values? Do we have the same vision, goals, or do our truth and our self align? And if not, that's okay. You're just not for me and I'm just not for you, and that's fine. I'm gonna leave it here, but I do realize that when you become aware of yourself and really walk in your truth, the less conflict you're gonna have with people, because you're just not gonna have those people around you who love conflict, or you're just gonna choose not to be a part of those conflicts of people trying to convince you of who you are, trying to, squeeze you into their life, even though you know better that it's not going to work, because the way that they want to live and the way that you want to live just does not align, right? This is a whole lot to think about, but this is a whole lot that I have had to think about and what I've had to go through. And I know it's a lot. Sit with it, listen to what I'm saying, and try it for yourself. It's going to take time. It's going to take work, but it's going to all be worthy. It's all going to worth your time, worth the work, everything. It is worth it. I'm going to leave it here. I know this is a lot, but the granny came out and all this is all I had to say. I hope you find you, because I know when you find you, and your self-worth increase and your self-love increase and your self-awareness and confidence, no one's going to be able to take advantage of you.